The European Union needs to get the help of governments in the Caucasus and Central Asia to solve the problem of circumventing sanctions against Russia, The Economist says. Armenia, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Turkey, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan. Companies from these countries are actively earning money on schemes to circumvent restrictions. Kazakhstan remains one of the leaders in the supply of sub-sanctions Western goods to the Federation.
Kazakhstan's tiny technology industry, about 50 firms with a production capacity of $100 million in 2021, seems to have filled the gap. Its exports to Russia grew from $40 million in 2021 to $298 million in 2023. Of course, all was not as it seemed, from a publication by The Economist.
Moreover, Kazakhstan's deputy prime minister recently said that his country would not blindly follow sanctions. Astana's priority is its own economic interest. The number of attempts to circumvent restrictions has also increased in Lithuania, said the Prosecutor General of the state. At least one case has already been brought to court.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, there are about 50 pretrial investigations ongoing. I know that decisions have been made on some of them. This number shows that there are more and more attempts to circumvent and there are difficulties, but we are working in this direction. Nida Grynskienė, Prosecutor General of Lithuania, from Delphi publication.
The UK has imposed sanctions on around 2,000 individuals, corporations and groups in Russia. 74 British companies have admitted they may have breached restrictions on the Russian Federation in 2023, The Times reported. Violators face fines of £1 million, that's about $1,300,000, with also a possibility of opening criminal cases against these companies. Experts admit that some of these violations may have been unintentional.
The problem for business is that sanctioned individuals and organizations still seek to establish themselves in the UK, trade with UK counterparties or access UK investment. They often do this through shell companies or trusts where it's harder to trace who the ultimate owner is. Stacey Keane, lawyer from a publication by The Times.
The European Union has imposed 14 packages of sanctions against Russia. Experts believe that it is necessary to increase pressure on the Russian energy sector. The Federation has accumulated a fairly extensive shadow fleet and continues to make money on oil exports with its help.
This is an area where my partners and I are working hard to increase the pressure and deprive Russia of the money it needs to fund the war. There is a consensus among our partners that no one is going to lift sanctions on Russia quickly. The sanctions will be in place for quite some time, and the further they go, the more difficult it will be for Russia to hold on to the situation. It can be compared to a kind of poison that is intoxicating the economy of the Russian Federation.
Russia itself does not seem to expect Kyiv's allies to lift the sanctions in the foreseeable future. Dmitry Berechievsky, director of the Russian Foreign Ministry's Economic Cooperation Department, said that the restrictions would remain in place for decades. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Victoria Smirnova, UATV News.